So in addition to just what the collection of actions might be, it's really interesting to also think about what is the cadence and the ordering of those actions. And I think this is another internal conversation that can really drive some healthy prioritization and drive alignment, is if we say, one department might be exceedingly positive on the mail order pharmacy program, but if we take a step back and recognize that that instrument can get played too loud, we need to do this in, again, that sort of coordination. It helps us to establish that maybe digital adoption is where everybody needs to start. And until we establish that with a member, we're going to say the other actions aren't going to be priorities yet, because we need to establish that baseline really, really high as an efficacy within our membership base. And after that, we're really trying to drive 100% adoption towards the new telemedicine program that we're excited about. And thereafter, maybe you have branching logic around in-home assessments are more relevant for some folks. Mail order might be more relevant for certain prescription drugs that are signed up. But it can sound like a lot of people shouting in a room, which I promise you your membership will feel if these things aren't done in sort of a methodical way. The other nice thing about this is it helps you to design less of a transactional approach with your membership and more the ability to say, we've got maybe a year in the life of a member and how that experience might go from participating or signing up for one thing and on to some of these different programs. So really healthy construct to have with internal discussions if you're thinking about A, what are the actions we want to drive, and B, in what order is it important for us to drive them. And so to just illustrate that with the member journey, I won't read through this piece by piece, but this is kind of the blend of what are the outreach methods that we're presenting to Maggie here? And then what are the actions that she is periodically taking? You'll notice that we're not getting a one-to-one hit rate of if we ask, she answers. Sometimes this involves a few different pieces of communication, but over time, you might see a member move if there really is a concerted effort and a thoughtful approach to how materials are presented to Maggie and the right value propositions are there. We might see a member go from totally disengaged with the health plan to they've signed up for e-delivery, they've gone paperless, and they've downloaded the app. Huge, huge step if that was the only thing you did. But now once we've got those tools in place, it's a cumulative effect over to we might set up the telemedicine app because we've got more communication about how valuable that is. We might be able to have an in-home assessment because we have a work schedule that doesn't accommodate a physician visit, but that helps us get on the radar from a pre-diabetes perspective that can ultimately lead us into a prevention program. Again, this is a little bit happy path, but it does just represent that if these things are done in an order, we can see Maggie saying, this was actually a pretty productive year in terms of what I got back out of my premiums and what I was getting back from the health plan.